Hello. I see we got some people popping on. So I see we got Facebook users coming on, and there's Carol Helms. Hello. Another Facebook user. If you haven't hit the blue link that lets StreamYard use your name just in my comments, it won't show who you are here. I won't be able to see that until later when I end my live and go over to my Facebook page or whatever. Hi, Brenda and Sharon. Sharon finally got to watch live. I wonder where you've been, Sharon. I figured you were busy on Tuesday mornings. I was busy this morning. Didn't plan my stuff the right way. Actually, because I forgot I don't have a car anymore. So that kind of messed me up. It's a strange story. But anyway, what I did was I had to be at the hospital at 7:20 this morning for a test. And I thought, well, I'll do the test. I'll come home, do my video. My husband had to pick up food at Shared Harvest in Fairfield at 11, and I was just going over to the church and get everything ready for when he got back. And then I thought at 10 o'clock last night, Rita, you don't have a car anymore. And so I had to think about what I was going to do, and it ended up I had to cancel the video. So I know now not to schedule a food delivery on Tuesdays anymore. So anyway, that's kind of crazy. That's what we did. Sharon's waiting on a new washer and dryer. That's fun. Hi, Gail. Gail's here, and I saw Mary Lou's here. Janie Fires is here. Hi, Janie. Haven't seen you in a while. So everybody's here. But anyway, that was my funny story this morning. It's why I changed. I do not like to change my video time because I like to be very, very, very consistent on that. But, that's just the way it happened today. And so I just have to say it is what it is and move on. Hi, Libby. So anyway, I just don't want you to forget, today is the last day to register for my class to go if you're interested in the little Let's Chat cards and the kit for that. Today is the last day for that. And there are new online exclusives on the Stampin' Up website. And there's some awfully cute stuff on there. I have to say, I was really impressed with what they had brought out. And as far as there's new celebration items, and there are items that are already in the catalog, but if it's something you were not knowing if you did want to get or not, if you have placed a $50 order, you might be able to go ahead and order those. And I thought I made a copy of it, and I went to look for it, and you know what? I can't find it. So I'm sorry about that. But they are on the website. That must be Marion. Yes, Melinda signed you up. She signed you up, her up, and I think Peggy might be her name is the other person. Yep, she called me last night. We had a nice talk. So that's all taken care of. So anyway, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to flip this over so you can see these cards better. If I click the right spot. These are cards using the Hooray for Surprises stamp set. I'm having an avalanche over here, guys. Too much stuff. set it in the wrong place. Let me straighten that up before I have a total mess. And using their dies, and these little dies right here that has, it looks like a bubble, and this die right here are perforated to where you can make surprises. Like this is on the card and you can just pull it off. Here's one I did for a sample. Like this one, you can just pull, or I think the one that says open here. So when that's down on your card like this, let me get a hold of it. And then you just take it and do like a pull tab. Have you ever done pull tabs? Which I don't do, but I know what they do. And then your message is right in underneath there. I don't want to pull that one because I want to keep the card intact, but so I thought I would show you with this. They make really, really cute cards. I'm going to do this one today. I actually saw that one online with the cakes, and I thought that was really cute with the birthday cakes. And then this one is the one I used with the round, which you pull here. The only thing I did different, because this is mounted on black, behind the black I put another white piece, so, and then did the die around the black and the white and of this one, and when you pull, then the message is inside. I hate to pull that up, but it's in there. I'm leaving it on the perforated lines, but I did this little card here, and then did the inside, did a matching envelope, which I thought was really cute because this is my favorite paper in the whole world right now. And then this one, I did the pull tab will come this way. There's a message underneath of it. Then you open it up, and I put a little birthday cake in there and a message. So I'm going to show you how to make these. I watched a video on how to make them, and after I started playing with it, I have to say I didn't like her video. So I did it a little bit different. She had you pull the whole tab off and then stick it back down in there, which it will work, if you have your whole tab off. But it's, you got to work a little harder to make sure your saying's right in that. But to leave that, but that's the fun of it, is being able to pull that pull tab. Yes, there are sayings in here. Now, the only saying that fits right here is this one right here. You are simply amazing. But we have hope your birthday is wonderful. Sending you lots of love. Hooray, can't wait to see you. Make a wish. You're the best. And then it has these images that the dies cut out. And then there's a thing that says open here, pull, or for you. And I tell you, I was looking through the catalog to see what other stamp sets had a really small line of messages. And I found out, and I didn't pull it, but let me see if I can find it real quick. Yep, it's right here. Sending Smiles, if you have that, which was this one that's been out, because you could do sunshine to brighten your day, smiles across the miles, all the good luck your way. You can do birthday wishes, a note of thanks, a card to say hello. So there's all kinds of small messages that would fit in here on this stamp set. And I wanted to bring that out because there's some in other stamp sets, but there's only like one or two in a stamp set, and this is the one I found that really had a lot that you could use. So I wanted to pass that on if you were interested in that bundle, or the dies, or whatever, that you could use that other stamp set for messages too. That would go. And this is actually right here is the message that's in the stamp set. Hooray for surprises, that can go in under this little long tab. So let's get started. I'll move, whoops, all this to the side. I'm dropping everything. I am going to be cutting this out because I want to show you how I did it. I just lost, where did everybody go? There you are. I hit my mouse and you all went away for a minute. So, but anyway, I'm going to be showing you how to cut this out and stuff to make it to where you make sure your message is under there, because that's another hard thing. You can't pull the pull tab to get your message under there and put it back. It doesn't stay as well as if you don't pull it. So let's go through all that, okay? And if you guys don't mind, give me a thumbs up or share my video. I would love it. I never say that because I always forget to say that. And but you know, if you'll share it or give me a like or whatever, I would really appreciate it. You will have the PDF on there, and it does have a picture of both cards so that you can see what the one looks like. But I wrote the directions out for the one that we're doing today, this one. So I wrote the directions out for that. So I have everything that I used and then the directions for it. So let's find my stuff. I know I cut it. Okay, we're going to use a regular card base now. It's just 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 because I wanted a landscape type card. And then I'm using dried glue all over the place. Then I'm using a piece of this paper, and if you're not used to seeing what that is, it's out of this bundle right here. That's the translucent florals. I think it's called Delightful Floral, and it's an online exclusive. But it's got a stamp set and all that matches. But I'm just using the paper because I really like those tiny little flowers. I thought they were really cute and colorful. I'm tired of drab. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that on because we're not going to be doing anything fancy to that. We're doing nothing fancy to this piece of paper. But I like this backside too. This kind of, it's actually Calypso Coral it says, but it goes really good with Petal Pink. It's, looks like a watercolor type paper. And then you can decide which way you want your flowers to go because some's upside down. Some are not. I want mine this way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that on. And then I have a piece of white that measures 3 by 4.5. I got glue. What a mess. It measures 3 by 4.5. And I am going to run it through the embossing folder. And the reason being, and I did this when I used the Stars and Stripes, I used the stripes. And the reason being is because I just don't like it being plain white with a lot to show. I think it needs a little bit of texture or something like that. So, but I don't want to get it in the middle where I'm going to stamp. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Make sure I get the glue off my card here real quick. So I'm going to get a gluey card. Okay, what I did with this is on the top end here, I came down about 1 to 1 1/8 inch, something like that, and I put a little mark. So I'm going to go 1 1/8. So I just took a pencil and put a little mark so I would know. Then I came up from the bottom, probably about 7/8 of an inch or so. 7/8 to 1 inch, you know. And just do a little mark there. And then I'm going to run it through the embossing folder, which I'm going to have to do it twice. I'm going to move that out of my way, this out of my way, put that up for a minute. Let's bring in the embossing machine and I'll show you how I did that. The heavy embossing machine, because it won't fit through the small one with having to put my paper the way I have to put it. We're going to use just the number 1 and number 4 plates. And we're going to use this is the stripes. It's called Stripes and Splatters 3D embossing folder. And so I'm just going to use the little stripe one. So I'm going to take, and I can see my mark, where my mark is there, and I'm going to put that mark right at the bottom of the embossing folder. And hopefully get it kind of straight. I'm not always the straightest person in the world when it comes to eyeballing stuff. So I'm just going to put that in there. And if you notice, I put it in the wrong way. You always want the fold to the back side of your thing, or you could blow your embossing folder out. And I've done that before with one, and it wasn't fun. Made me kind of mad. Okay, we're just going to run that through the embossing folder. Let's bring it back over here. Make sure it's embossed. So there we have that side done. And now I'm going to bring this one in. And I'm going to do the same thing. I brought it in a little higher because I was up above my line there because the last line was a straight line. So I brought that in just a tiny bit higher. And we're going to run that through. Oh, t-shirt quilt sounds fun, Karen. You know, I have a million t-shirts from different Relays for Life and cancer t-shirts from when I had cancer. You know what? I did that the wrong way. Look at that. So what do I do? What do I do? I get another piece of paper real quick. We're going to start over with that. Good thing I have a piece laying right here. It's just not cut the right. Not the right size. But it will be in a minute. Okay, where's my piece I had? I don't know why I did that wrong. I did that wrong. And I've done these a lot. I'm going to mark my lines. You already saw me do that. I'm going to do that real quick. Over here. I just took my other piece of paper and marked them. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to put that into the line there. Anybody do that? I will emboss the, no, you know what? I'll probably just use that little piece like it is and put a saying down there at some point. No sense in throwing it away. Now let's turn it around and make sure I do it right? It's like, Rita, you know what you're doing, or you should. I should know what I'm doing, right? Okay, I think I got it right this time. I am so confident I'm moving the machine. Okay, there we go. So see, I have my middle to where I can stand. So let's move all this out of the way. We don't need it. But yeah, we do need it because I'm going to show you how to do the other part, this part. Now, when I cut these two pieces of cardstock, and it's for the pool thing right here, it's 1 1/4 by 5 because I want it off of the edge a little bit. I just want a little contrast there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that back in since it's sitting right here and I won't get the little one out. And we'll put the other plates on it, as we'll be using the 1, 2s, and 3s. 1, 2s, and 3s. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to set my plates down. I'm going to get my die out, and the die we're using is this little long one right here. This one right here. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to stand up to do this because I want to make sure these two pieces of cardstock stay together. Then I'm going to lay this down and try to get it about as even as I can. Oh, I got it the wrong way. I gotta turn it this way. I want this little tip at this side, so I could have turned around after. Okay, then I'm gonna put, look, I got a brand new plate I'm putting on top. Now I'm gonna run this through because I want that one underneath to where I can pull the pull tab. I get to pull it again. Let's move those out of our way. Move the die. We don't need the die anymore. And I did too because I am going to take the white one and I'm actually going to glue it like right at the edge there and down. So, but I'm going to pull this pull tab because I don't need it in there because I just want it for the saying. Now what you could do, I find this easier. I find this more safe to not make a mistake, is to put this down and then just put my saying in it. You could take this down and put your saying in it and then hope you just get this in the same place, but I'm going to line the two up because I'm going to be safe. It's not going to show. They're going to glue right on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this in first. And I'm just going to put glue on the outer edges, not go all the way down. I don't want to go all the way down here because that's going to stick over. This is going to go inside like this. And you can't see it hardly. It's white on white. But you can see my little area in there where I can stamp. So we're going to get out the saying, "You are simply amazing." Tell you what this little glass mat's good for. I can put these down and it stays where I put it. As long as I can get my finger out of the way. I put it online and I can get it pretty straight. And then I am going to use Blackberry Bliss ink, since that's what my basic color is there for my card base. I'm just going to do that ink. Make sure that's all inked up. And then I can, if my head's in the way, I'm sorry, but I want to get that stamped in there. And I did rock it a little bit because of these little letters. I got to make sure I get them all. So there's my image stamped in my area. So I didn't have to worry about it being off or anything like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get out the little stamp that says pull, which is right here. And I'm going to stamp that on this little block here with the Blackberry Bliss. Now, in my directions, I put you could use black, but this paper's light enough I can use a colored ink and it's not going to hurt. So I'm going to put pool right there for the pool part. So let's move that out of the way a minute. Move this out of the way a minute because I'm a very messy person. I'm sure everybody knows that by now. That's not hard to figure out. So now what I'm doing is I'm ready to glue this here. So I'm going to put, this time I'm going to glue all the way around, and I'm not going to get it on the little pull tab thing, the perforated part. But I want this to lay down good so when they pull, they don't pull this whole thing up. And then I'm just going to, because I cut them at the same time so they're the same length and everything, I'm going to line this up at the back, right on top of that one, and lay it down. Make sure everything matches around. And I can even tell that my pull tab matches in there. So that's good. And then that's on my card. Okay. That's the easiest way I can see to do that. That it doesn't, that you are really pretty precise with what you're doing instead of having to play a guessing game. So now I'm going to make sure, with this being really textured, I'm going to glue it down good. So I'm just going to put some glue all over it. I'm going to be generous today. So now what I'll do is I'll take and just sit this on the card, make sure that doesn't go over the base of my card. And stick that on. And then I'm going to do my little birthday cakes. Now, I've already done them. I did them in colors that are in the DSP. But this one's not colored, and I'm going, there's a reason. And then I already cut out my little flowers, and that flower is also in the bundle. It's right here, and it actually has a stamp. Right here, you could stamp it on white, and then with a colored ink, and it matches that, and you can cut it out. I just cut out solid color flowers. And then there's my little cake I used. And of course, you saw me use this. And the reason why I left one cake naked, he doesn't have no color on him, is I wanted to show you that you can actually die cut your flower, and you can, your cake, and you can go ahead and stamp it afterwards. And I just wanted to show you that that would work if you like to cut like a lot of white die cuts and just stamp them when you're making something the color you want. This will line up. Making sure I got it. See how good I got it. From the back, it looks pretty good. Whoops. And there you go. So it's pretty easy to do that once you die cut. And I just wanted to show you that I didn't want to have to stamp all of them, but I left one blank. Now those I did stamp them first and then die cut them, because one way or the other. But I wanted you to know you could do a lot of white ones and stamp them the colors you need as you go. Okay, we're ready to finish it real quick. Won't take long now. I think it's a cute card. So what I did here is we're going to take and we're going to add cakes here, there, and everywhere. So what I'm doing is doing like light and dark and dark and light. Oh, I don't want that one next to that one. Move him over just a little bit. So that's how I'm going to glue my, or I'm not gluing them, I'm going to pop them up. And then I'm going to put flowers on them. So now I know which colors I want where. I went ahead and did 2 dimensionals on each one of them because I wanted them to not squish down too much. So there's one. And I mean, you could do anything you wanted to these. I think the die cuts really make them, and then to add some dimension and stuff. It's a cute card to get and get to kind of pull that little pull tab and do what you want. Come here, cake. I like this paper too, Brenda. I think it's really pretty. I've only used it a couple times. I've had it for a good while. But I thought little flowers would be cute on here. Little flowers and birthday cakes and all that. Makes a girl's day. Okay, before I put my flowers on that, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to add my cake to the bottom. This is the inside of my card. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little cake down here on the bottom. Like so. And I'm going to take, because it says on there, you are simply amazing, and I'm going to put, I hope your birthday is wonderful, since I put the birthday cakes on there. We're just going to use that saying. And there again, I'm going to line this up on a line straight and put my block on it. Fix it right up. I like that. And I'm going to do the Blackberry Bliss again to kind of go with the colors I've already used in the inks. I love this glass mat. This is the one you can get if you sign up as a... Aw, look what I did. All else fails. Peel your thing up. Turn it over. We're not going to call this a bad thing here. We're going to glue this. Shouldn't glue it down again, huh? Shouldn't have been so. But I'm going to put it on this side where that was glued so it doesn't look bad. Ink my stamp again, and I'm going to hold on to it. Geesh. Then I'm going to stamp, hope your birthday is wonderful. And I'm going to move the stamp out of the way and the ink. Sharon, I thought this card, the pull tabs in that, sometimes you just don't know what to do with that. And it's like, what am I going to do? And they're really cute. I mean, wouldn't kids just love to get that and pull those off to make you just wrote that, especially for kids. Yeah, I think so. I think kids would get a big kick out of it. Okay, now don't know I made a mistake on there. If you didn't see me make the mistake, you wouldn't know it. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flowers and I'm going to put a green one on my green cake. This one here. Oh, fresh freesia here. And a blackberry bliss. And then I will be doing a flower here. Get all my flowers out, what I'm doing. Start to say, I think I cut enough. And that just adds something to the pull tab. So let's bring in my glue. And I'm just going to put a dot of glue. Stick the flower down. We'll do that on all of these. I think the cakes in the different colors are cute too. The card I saw, she did the cakes in that too, in different colors. I'm going to move these flowers real quick. So scoot them out of the way. And then I'm going to put a little dot right in the center of every other one of these for my flowers. One more. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pearls to the cards. And I am stuck on iridescent pearls right now. So we're just going to take the little pearls and I'm going to put one in each of the cards. I mean, each of the flowers. I'm thinking cards right now. One more. So there's the card, girls. And like I said, you don't have to emboss this, but I just think with it being all white, it needs, I don't like all that white open space. I think it needs something all the time. I'm very bad about that. But so it's under there, it says, "You are simply amazing." And then, of course, that'll be your pull tab. And then it says, "Hope your birthday is wonderful," with a little birthday cake. So I just think that that's really, really cute. Cake dies are cute. Yep, Gina. That cake die is like, I don't know. It's kind of like one of my favorite, but I really like this flower too. And this right here looks like that one punch that we used to have that they did away with. If you look at the die, what did I do with the die set? Right here it is. This die looks like that punch that we had. And then I used on this, I used that. And then I used the leaf right here that's open into that. And then here's a flower I didn't use. And then this heart, the heart fits in the heart. And the heart has little dots, so you can put a piece of colored paper behind it. And it shows that paper through there. Then you have two different sized bubbles or pull tab things. And you can see that they have the perforation marks on them. There's like 4 on each one of them. That makes it perforated so that you can pull it. But here, this fits in the hearts. This is your flower. And then there's the little flower. These are extra little die or little stamps here. And then all of your sayings. And I really like it has a pool in here. So if you make something else that says pool, you know, that you would want a pull tab on, you could always use that. That's a good thing to have. So anyway, that's my video, girls. I do have the PDF. Should have went up about 2:30. I had it ready for that. And you can snag that. It's got all of the dimensions for this card if you like it. Has anybody got this stamp set already? Or is this one that people have passed up? Passed it up and thought, oh, I don't think I'd like that, or I don't know what I'd do with those dies. So if you have it, now you got some ideas. If you don't have it, now you probably want it. And, you know, that's what I am. I'm the biggest enabler that there is. I enable people all the time. So anyway, we have got that done. I'm sorry I had to change the time on you guys, but I'm glad you all made it. I will be back next Tuesday at my regular time. I'm not going to schedule things on Tuesdays no more. And what do I do, Lisa? Enable you? I'm sorry. Just think how much I enable myself. I buy all this stuff. I see it in my little wheels start turning in my head. It's like my brain's on a hamster wheel inside my head. Did she? I'm always late in doing my cards because I lay them to the back and think I'm going to get to them. And then I see something else I want to do. And then I do that. And then I'm like, you know, I just have I have too many ideas and not enough days or time. So if I could just come down in my basement every morning and stay here until time to go to bed, I'd be a happy camper. But my husband would starve to death because he'd burn the house down if he tried to cook. And because he's cooked himself some things and he cooks everything on high because he wants it done. And I'm like, Floyd, you don't have to do that. So anyway, I'm going to pick me a winner. I'm going to go see who all's watched. So I make sure I have everybody's name. And then I'm going to pick a winner for my card and get it in the mail. So congratulations to whoever happy winner gets this. Lisa, I know you're not complaining because I know you like to buy because it's fun. And that, so anyway, and Lisa, you need to get a hold of me. We need to talk. You need to text me when you have time. As soon as I close this video out, I don't have anything else to do but stay in my room. Floyd's gone. So, alrighty. You guys have a great day, and I will see you later, all right? Have fun. Bye-bye.